the Admin Show, and I have a very special guest. She's Rakhee, and she's an IT professional. She lives in US, and she's basically an animal activist. And today's topic is about how to stop animal abuse, and we're going to talk about that. So go ahead, Rakhee, and talk about yourself and the topic itself in brief before we begin our question answer session.
I'm Rakhee, as she told me, and somehow, yes, I am animal lover. And short things I'm going to say. In very short, I'm going to tell my introduction here. I was a big time meat eater and everything, as usual, how we are taught in the house and since childhood. But then certain things which came up, and I have a dog. We got a dog, and when I saw the feelings, or it was literally when he got hurt on his leg, and the way he was walking, and that stress, how it was growing in me or in him. When I saw that, it's the same level how humans have it, and that touched me a little bit emotionally so much. And after that, I could never touch any meat, or not any meat in my life. And after that, not only that, but when I went and saw a little bit one of the videos, or how the animals are suffered just for our protein or for our diet or as a meat, I literally became vegan. And after being a vegan, I feel I became more sensitive towards everything and more human, more kind person. Before I used to think like, oh, I'm a very kind person, ready to help everyone. But I think kindness is not that much enough. When we think we are kind, but we are not that kind. When we really, do not act on it, and still we support the cruelty. And this not it's for every animal, not like one animal or differentiate the something. It's for all the animals. We have to share earth with them. We have to share our space with them. It's not only for humans, or we are the superior something. We have to come up with a little bit of it's a thinking process. We have to develop our thinking process, which we are taught like it's okay, we are the superior, or humans are the superior species.
Yeah, we are taught in this everywhere that we are at the top of the chain, so it's okay to harm the animals.
Yes, you're so right. And are we have to ask that question. Are And we are just going and building all this big, because I live in this community where I see so many coyotes coming recently, and so many emails from my neighbors, or in the neighborhood, like why coyotes are coming in ours. Yes, because we took their space, we built up the houses. They're confused even where to go. It will take 2, 3 years for them to realize that this is not our place anymore. So we have to be careful, but we cannot be like, use our senses for towards them. Be a little bit kind, a little bit patience. As everything will grow, they will go, but not like keeping a gun. Oh, I'm going to shoot. And you know how like horrified messages when I see that. I feel a little bit like it. And you stand and you say, yes, it is bad, but hey, girls, take it easy. Do not walk late night, or just be careful. But we can't say like we have to control them, or we entered their space. They did not come to our space. We have to understand this thing.
Okay.
So I think
All right, let's begin our question answer session. What is your opinion on animals used in zoo and entertainment purposes like SeaWorld?
it's such a big question you asked. And zoo world is I would say very, very brutal in a way. And the way they make money there, it's not in millions, it's in the billions. And so I would say the animals, do you think, first of all, we have to again think, are we supposed to keep these wild animals in captivity? Is that the way we want to teach our kids also, like keeping entire life in that small, sort of water? This huge, in thousands of pounds, this fish, big fishes. They're supposed to be in ocean, not for like our Shamu show and we're clapping and we're sitting there. No. And then, SeaWorld is the brutal industry, I think, and very loneliness we give those animals. They go crazy. It's just sad ending to see after the show, like 365. What is that? Only going in water. There is nothing to play, no friends, nothing. How sad. Will we like to be like that? Entire life being in nice cage like this. That's it. Nothing much. It's sad when you see that. And I think zoos all around the world should be closed. It's not you. Why do we need humans that entertainment? Why? Means we don't need. And if we want to see or something, I would say my suggestion would be take a safari, go in the jungle, take a helicopter ride, look the animals from there if you really are really fond of animals. You know, those are the things we have to teach our kids and our grandkids. And this is the solution, I would say, but not keeping the animals like those elephants when they're baby, picking up them and putting in the zoo. Who gave us that right? Is that correct? So I think I'm literally against zoo or something. And until and unless if something, some kind of, some morally, you can say some, for example, panda or something, because you can you can see those elephant, some of the animals are getting by humans or the species are getting off of this planet, then in that case, yes, zoo should be there, but humans should not be allowed there to interact so much and give them their space when you put there so we can grow their population. So these are, I would say, some of my recommendation there.
Okay. So, what is your take on what happened at SeaWorld Orlando in 2010 when the trainer Dawn was killed by a killer whale during a performance? Why do you think that happened?
I think it was Tilakamu, the fish, and the fish, I think, was captivated when he was 2 years old.
Okay.
So he wanted to be in ocean. He was pulled away from all his family, everywhere. He knows he has seen the gleam of freedom. When you bring him here and you're training here, how would how would somebody like it? You have to think that. And putting him to the shows. And it was, I think, the trainer was Dawn,
Mhm.
and Dawn was a Dawn was Dawn had a great relationship with him. If you, I have seen some videos with her, and in the news, she had amazing relationship with him.
Mhm.
But before that, the trainer there was a Eric who literally gave a warning that sometimes when we give him or ask him to play, he doesn't come back. He just wants to be. So he had that attitude. He was frustrated. That means he didn't like it there. And that guy Eric even resigned from there by saying something brutal can happen, guys. But I don't think SeaWorld has even paid attention at that. So sometimes when person or the trainers are there, they feel that. And I think everybody should take it seriously in this case. And when this incident happened, it was a big shock in the sea world. And the lady has to lose her life. And she was a 40-year-old lady and has always been as a trainer. And but I think all this performance and entertainment, they're not our toys. They're not our toys. We should literally see world should come up with these ideas by saying, no, we won't do this. This is not the right way to bring animals and put in this water sort of little bit of small lakes and we'll make a show for you guys. So we have to think. Now it's time to again think and not have this kinds of show for humans.
Okay. All right. So, moving on to our next question: when and why the animals are drugged, and what are the consequences?
Oh boy, that is again one thing. If you go to, I have seen this. Thailand, some of the videos, they have tigers in the zoo. And you know how people love to take their pictures,
Oh, yes.
especially humans. We are going crazy because everybody has a camera, a big thing in their hand, and likes to show. So what do? They drug even the tigers, the lions, because they want to take. How can somebody take this 500, 400 pounds of, big, massive tiger, and they want to take a picture because they look cool? And so they're given some kind of milk or something. They're literally drowsy when they put the paw, and that elephant, they're sitting with it, holding his paw. Really? Do we do that? Leave him in the jungle. He's not for our pictures. We are not supposed to get into that world and put in the zoo or anywhere to take. If you see even that, those videos, it's just sad. And so it feels stupidity. It feels stupidity to do this. So I think awareness means, are you even aware what you're doing? Or are we losing, are we humans? Are we getting inhuman towards animal? There is nothing. It's okay to behave like this. So I think sometimes even parents need to stop when the teenager girl says, I want to take a picture or something, and teach kids. No. It is safe, first of all? No. If it's not safe, then why would you even try to do that? And why to drug even some, and even like if you see in some of the rich people, if they are so rich, they like to have with the chain, they're walking this white Bengal tiger cheetahs. I'm like, they're not your toys. They're not made for pets. And their teeth are taken out sometimes. They're drugged. They're playing in the house. And what if then some incident happened? Then who becomes like the bad person? Oh, that was the wild animal.
So I have
He
seen
needs to.
some pictures of sheikhs, the tigers in their car.
You said it. I didn't want to say it, but yes. And it's so sad. I don't think even they realize. Somebody has to bring them that realization. Sometimes I'm telling you, because I myself was a meat eater and I never thought, oh, because I was just picking up the package.
Mm.
One video I saw and it changed my entire life. If
You see, I heard the screams of my dying father as his body was ravaged by the cancer that killed him. And I realized I'd heard those screams before. In the slaughterhouse, their eyes stabbed out and their tendons slashed on the cattle ships to the Middle East, and the dying mother wail as a harpoon explodes in her brain as she calls out to her calf. Their cries were the cries of my father. And I discovered that when we suffer as equals. And in their capacity to suffer, a dog is a pig, is a bear, is a boy. Meat today is the new asbestos, more murderous than tobacco.
somebody will go and ask me to go and cut the meat and then eat, I would never do it. I would never, ever do it. It's not possible. So I think same way, it's like a cool in the community, correct? He has a tiger, I'll get the cheetah, or I'll get the Bengal tiger because I have money to show my power or show something, or the prestige point sometimes, correct? So then they come up with these ideas, I think, with the competition. If somebody calls some musician, big musician, the other guy will call the other musician, that's the way I think. But animals, we should leave them out from we should not do this. We should be more kind. We are humans. We are here to bring kindness and change the world, not teach our kids it's okay to have them as pets and be cruel towards them. Dog is okay because dogs are now eventually, I think, they like to be around humans. Since generation and generation, that's the way it has happened now. So dogs, I think, just likes to be with human. So yeah, have a dog. Not have, but have 5 dogs. Why do we need all this?
What do
Like,
you think about the experiments performed on animals?
this is a very sensitive question because really so many people don't know for medicines, for again, so many of our products which human we use it, they first try on animals. So we have to be a little bit aware. Why take humans? What is wrong? Correct? Means people, some of them, if you think humans would sign, if people like somebody wants to do some experiment or try something more than animals, and if they give me a waiver, I'm ready to experiment on me. But these people cannot speak. We have to be their voice. They're speechless. Why do we have to buy even some makeup products which are we do all kinds of testing on them? We don't need that makeup things. There are beautiful things which are vegan. And just to tell you, recently, I'm seeing more awareness wherever I go, I buy. Now I realized even like in all Walmart, Target, they write now on the product, or they write there, not animal tested product or a vegan product. I think as a humans, we should support those things more. And for medicine and all this, how they are kept in the cage 15, 16 years of their life, just like that. They die like that in the small cage. They go crazy. They bang their heads. The chimpanzee you should see. They literally bang their heads. Means I'm like, why so much? Talk to some humans. Humans are ready to work with you guys. I know you have to pay a little bit more. You'd pay a little bit more, but it's okay. It's a big industry. We can afford that. But no need to experiment on, animals, on the speechless people.
Hmm. So, how are animals used for clothing purposes, and what are the alternatives? Like, clothing may include like bags and leather jackets and things like that.
If you have seen the fox, the purse, and I have seen a girl telling me, and when I walked in, oh, I got this purse, and it's from the fox queen, and she was very proud to carry it. And I literally looked at her as if, is she out of her brain to even talk like this? Carrying someone's dead skin and she's proud? 1 minute, it's a dead skin. When you see it, I'm like, and I just gave a shocked look at her. And I think the people who were sitting beside me, they were like, hope she, doesn't say about her for something now. But I had to just be quiet. I'm like, man, stay away from these people. They're sick with their mind or something is wrong. Just because they have that privilege, they cannot do this. There are beautiful purses which are vegan. Nothing fashion will be gone. You can make from clothes. You can make from banana leaf. Now, right now, so many girls are into, they don't want this, whatever, ethically or something, more towards even the silk jackets, we don't need those. We can survive without those. But if we wear all these things, they die for our things. So, really, is killing a choice? We have a choice to make here. We can balance it out. And we have to balance it very nicely. There is a, what do you call, the fox skin, the way it's ripped. If you have seen some videos, you would be shattered, and they're not born for that. Leave them in their jungles, leave where they have to be. We don't need those things just for 2 minutes of your fashion, 2 minutes of your taste. We have to be now, think wisely and grow up a little bit and make this world, I'm again saying, make it more kind. Teach kids, our generations now who are coming, to be more kind towards everything. That's how we can bring the difference. But cloth industry, we can definitely say no to leather, boots, purses, bags, sofas, belts, etc. And somewhere we need to start that.
Okay. Okay, moving on to our next question. How eating beef is harmful for the environment? Most emissions in the livestock farming results from feed production, 58%, and are released during animal digestive processes, 31%. Ruminants such as cattle, sheep, and goats produce large quantities of methane. Processing and transport account for sizable share of greenhouse gas emissions, 7%, and as well as does storage of manure 4%, about 87% of methane and nitrous oxide emission in livestock farming are attributed to cattle farming because of the sheer number of animals. Here we are talking of pollution, like, pollution through our vehicles or pollution through our firecrackers. Those are nothing compared to what the pollution the beef eating has it. Do you have any take on that?
See, widely, if you say acceptance that the animal consumption is more food than they produce, correct, right now? And when you see that, I think the animals, they eat much more food calories and protein than they produce.
Right.
So we are just feeding them, using the resources. Um, for example, like transportation, getting on the ship, like all these animals from different parts of the world. How much are the transportation we are bringing it here? Correct? Then using them, using the energy, the water, the human power, the grain, whatever we have to feed them on there. Once they come back, again, raising that animals. So I would say all these things, and then again, the big factories, which the animals are slaughtered. Because of that, and the, what do you call, the washing the meat, taking out their bones in a different, and the packaging system, and the meat wastage. So we have to think, we need to watch out for all those things, what we are using our resources for those. It's a big thing. And so if it's the time now to think about all those things, because how much resources we are using towards that. And if we want think, I would be, because some of them are talking, it's big, the meat lover people will be always like against, etc., to raise the animals, transportation of live animal to slaughter, then water energy used in the slaughtering house, then the transportation of packaged meat to the storage, because meat gets spoiled very soon. So they have to maintain a lot of things there. The meat wastage needs to be again watched out. So all these things we have to consider. And if you go around those factories, you would see the the way it is. It's not like how many jungles and trees they are cutting for these animals. It's just growing day by day. It's not it's not reducing, and just because of the meat industry. So I would say, yeah, we have to think. Humans have to start thinking towards this. And we have a choice.
Yeah.
We have a choice.
Yeah. I have a choice. I'll
Correct?
tell about that choice and then you can comment on it. So the choice, the alternative is a cultivated meat. So cultivated meat,
Mm.
also known as cultured meat, is genuine animal meat that is produced by cultivating animal cells directly. The production method eliminates the need to raise and farm animals for food. Cultivated meat is made of the same cell types that can.
What is wrong? Means, why do we have to support? Anyhow, is the meat taste? That's what you want, correct?
Yeah.
You want the taste, you want everything. So I would go for it. I would say yes, because less cruelty, less everything, less it so much behind this, it's an animal suffering. Entire life, the process is so much suffering. If that is not there, I think everybody would have been okay. But they cry, they have feelings like us. So I would support that. Definitely, I would say anytime yes. And to how the population is growing, how can we support this much? How many cows are we going to make pregnant? How much milk? Means are we, that would be insane. Correct? So yes.
Okay, thank you, Rakhi. Thanks for joining the Admin Show. It was a very interesting conversation, and I hope we can make some changes in the thought process of our society around. But do you have anything to say to my viewers of the Admin Show before I let you go?
I met you or I got to talk to you just for a few seconds, and you have amazing positive energy. You're very thorough and a kind person, and you make sure you follow up. And I think definitely whatever one step you're taking towards this, and that's how it starts, correct? One step, one drop of water, and makes the difference, they say. You're that kind of person. And
Okay.
definitely you would bring the difference in this world. You're very kind. That's what I have known one quality about you. And I love about you that one.
Yeah, and happen. I'm
Mhm.
happy to be, that you're an animal activist and you agreed to come to my show, and that's a great honor.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
And just be kind to animal guys. Be kind.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Bye.